Hey all, welcome to week 9. I just want to give you guys a few pro tips before we get started today. One, a lot of people when they like to highlight in books, what they do is they take a highlighter and then they mark all over it. But that's really a stupid way to highlight. It bleeds through, it makes like the words on the back page, just you can see it. It's bad. Use a crayon. Tip number 1 today, use a crayon when you highlight. It looks so much better. It's fun. And it helps you make really good standout lines that don't bleed through. All right, here's pro tip number 2. Get yourself a good water bottle. Why? Because you don't have to do dishes ever. Like, I never have to wash a cup because I just drink out of here. So you're saying, but wait, I drink pop, just drink water. That's pro tip number 3. And pro tip number 4 is get yourself a good mask. I mean, you know about COVID. I think you've heard of it. Maybe, Jim, you probably have to turn your TV on to hear about it, I would assume. Wait, a TV is a box that has pictures and sound together that come out. It's a lot like what you're watching right here, and people have them in their homes. Get yourself a good mask. Some people like these gator versions of masks, but here's the thing. If you're going to get them, you got to get them with the ear loops, then they stay on. So that's it. That's my 4 pro tips for the day. So I know that some of you are already asking the question, I thought this was a fantasy football channel. Why are you giving me pro tips? Because all y'all have tried to beat Jim this season and you can't. But I did. So that's the biggest pro tip I can give you, how to beat Jim. Just go back and look, and it's called Play Good Players. Outscore Jim, because his team's not as good as we all think it is. It's solid, but not undefeated solid. You're all welcome. All right, enough about last week. Let's get on to this week because unfortunately, I think my luck ends right there because McCaffrey is back being out. And then Naheem Hines, I think it is, scores 26 freaking points on Thursday. That is a great imbalance. And I do think the rest of your team is pretty shoddy, John, but I think you're going to pull the upset of the week right here. I think you're going to barely beat me. All right, next we got Chris versus Ben. I mean, this is like a must win for each of you. I'm assuming. I haven't really checked the standings out, but I'm pretty sure you're probably near the bottom, and you both need wins to stay alive. So who's going to win? Well, Ben, I'm going against you, which doesn't mean you're going to win, and here's why. You just had a decent showing from Henry and just from Smith. And I think those are 2 important, especially Henry, super important dude for you. On the flip side, Devonta Adams and Diggs and Tom Brady, I think all will have good games. So I don't think you can overcome that unless A-Rod goes big. All right, this is a great matchup right here. We got Tyler versus Heiser, another one of those like must-win games, assuming for both of you. And it's also kind of a punch to Heiser's groin because Nick Chubb is back. So Hunt will play less. He'll get less runs. He'll go back to, he'll still score touchdowns. He's been doing that. But I think because of that, because of Chubb being back, because of Josh Allen, and because of Hopkins and Lockett, and on the flip side, you need some people to outperform, and you already didn't get that from Jonathan Taylor. Heiser, you lose. Oh, gosh. I was going to say, Andy, you caught Aaron on the right week because all his Chiefs are out. But then I noticed that he caught you on the right week because you don't have Jones or Elliott. So this is just a garbage game. So when I look at the garbage players, I feel much better about Aaron. Why? So I think I like Wentz better than Goff, especially against the Giants. Aaron Jones, Jimmy Robb, they're going to cancel each other out. But when I get down through, I like Keenan Allen and I like Darren Waller more than I like anyone else really on your side, Aaron. Andy. So Aaron, you win. All right, next we got Jim, the no longer undefeated horse-carrying man of the past versus Drew. And Jim, I'm allowed to pick against you now because you lost. Whoever beat you, I don't know. Anyways, and here's the issue. I'm not going to because Drew has a running back who stinks named Melvin Gordon. He has another one who's injured, and he has him in. And it doesn't look like he even has anyone. Maybe he's going to put Josh Kelly in, hopefully. But Drew, you have an opportunity here, and you're going to squander it away. And old Jimmy is going to win with a low score. All right, our last game is Ben Baker versus Nick. And it appears to be that it's Russell Wilson versus DK Metcalf, with some help from Connor and Henderson. And I think because of that, that's the reason why I think Nick wins and Otto Baker loses. because I just only really see a lot of hope from Russell Wilson on your side, and I see some pretty consistent players enough to beat you on the other. So Otto, you're out, and Nikki, you win. All right, that's it, everyone. Thanks again. Week 10, exciting, fun, football, Browns, everything, and hopefully you learned something this week. How to highlight, how to wear a mask, a good one, how to drink out of a water bottle, and that drinking water is healthy, and then most importantly, how to beat Jim. See ya.